Welcome to Anti-Chastness Tarot. Welcome in here, Scorpios. Let's get to your message. Remember, not everything's going to resonate. Take what does. Leave the rest behind. If it doesn't fit, let it go. It's for someone else. Take what helps you to help yourself. And thank you to all of you who have supported this channel. I really appreciate it. Here we go. Messages for our Scorpios. We've got the Seven of Swords and the Sun. Let's get a little further here. Yeah, I feel like there was more to announce there. Okay, so in the reverse we have the Four of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. I think, in my preliminary thoughts on the card's energy, you were happy in some sort of illusion, not knowing that, of course. And now you're coming out of a period of rest and reevaluation of that situation and investing in self. And I feel like Spirit's going to say that's where your true happiness is. This move and also investment in self. Empress, yeah, that's going to be your true harvest coming in. And this, I hear, isn't easy. Something about being a gardener, loving to garden. This hasn't been easy to look at the situation and say, whoa, I really bought into this illusion. But that's what I see clearly now, is that it was an illusion. Loving the color green, something about the color green, nature, earthy tones. Maybe you like to wear... Yeah, and also just a lot of energy here about loving thyself. Judgment. You place judgment on a situation that you were buying into that was an illusion. Something about calligraphy or symbolism. Maybe you write that, or that's an interest of yours. Five of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, somewhat, for some of you, this illusion was someone acting like they were in your corner, or they were, you know, a good friend of yours, and they were actually competitive. You've walked away from this. This could also be a group of people that did this, that did this to you, that you got wise to. Nine of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. Now you're all about, this read is very clear in that you're all about what you're interested in doing, not a group, investment in self, and you've turned that wheel to the fate that is destined for you, which is about you. Before it wasn't about you. Something very colorful. We have talked about colors. Something very creative. It's going to branch out and be in all aspects of your life here. Wishes granted here. Wishes granted. Something creative. Two of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, it's new territory for you, so you're a little bit afraid. A little bit apprehensive, a little bit nervous. What about that, Spirit? Know that you're always on the right path when you're investing in self. Three of Pentacles. Pretty soon, though, you're going to see, to combat this fear, help you with this fear, is not only the change of mindset that to invest in self is a good investment, and will pay off big dividends, but also new collaborations will come in that reinforce this was a good change for you. What else do we have here, Spirit? Two of Cups. And that reinforcement will be in the way of soulmate energy. Could be romantic, doesn't have to be. But, you know, really close bonds, really close ties, really good, strong bonds that you adore and love. And again, something where you two are creating together even. wearing your heart on your sleeve and being okay with that. Being comfortable with that. Being in an environment where you can and feel like you can do that. Moon in the reverse. This is something that will be surprising to you as well, that you can do that. And I'm hearing you will see in other relationships how you held back a lot. In this one, you will be very comfortable. Being, just comfort in your skin type of energy. King of Swords. This could be the person coming in, highly intellectual. They're very well spoken. They'll help you through any kind of discomfort you have with sharing about yourself, sharing about your life. Ten of Pentacles. This is going to be a lovely relationship. This is going to be the core of your life now. The key to your life. Investment in self, bringing about a very key relationship, the Tower. Yeah, it's going to really change up your life altogether. You'll be able to look back on previous relationships. You know you're a little bit nervous about this move, but you know it's down deep, instinctively, you know it's a good move here for you to walk away from some illusion here with people or a situation. And it's a little nerve-wracking right now, but you're going to see, you're going to look back on this time as that was an excellent move. And you really changed up the energy around you. Eight of Pentacles could be work-related for sure. And or this brings about just a brand new work situation for you, what you call work. You'll be very happy with this connection in a way that you've never been satisfied before, feeling like, it's custom made for you. And I feel like it is. Energy moves quickly with this person around, and you, the combination of you guys together. The Knight of Pentacles, the King of Wands, the Seven of Cups in the reverse. The Hangman in the reverse. The main part of this message is, because you've taken the time to look at a situation that was an illusion, and how hard that was, and even going beyond that and moving away from that illusion, your big payoff is, and the thought that you put into that, and the action that you took, your big payoff is somebody does come towards you in a romantic way or in a big love sort of way, okay? I'd rather say, big soul energy here, soulful energy. Yeah, very soulful, dynamic combination here, dynamic here with you two. It helps you to not only see relationships for you more clearly, but your life more clearly. Fascinating. That's fascinating. Okay, so Eight of Swords, and see your life more clearly in that where you held yourself back in buying into some of these illusions or what you put up with. It's going to be different for everybody. But now you walk in true heart chakra energy, healed heart chakra energy. Healing love, true love. Maybe for the first time feeling like, okay, I understand love now. I get it. I get what it's all about. Be different for everybody, but a clarity of what it is for you and what it is in your life. The Knight of Wands, the Six of Swords, the Hierophant. Yeah, I feel like maybe you haven't felt this kind of deep love. It wasn't in your household growing up. It wasn't from the people that it needed to be from. It wasn't in the way of any kind of mentorship. You haven't learned this, in other words, from anybody else. This person comes in and you learn a heck of a lot about love. It's very transformative. Yeah. And in some cases, some of you, or in some instances in your life, you felt like this is just, I can't relate to, what this is. I can't grasp this concept. It's kind of like black hole energy for you, or has been. Now I think you're very clear. Very clear. Yeah, I think Five of Wands, I think you've been searching for it in your life and understanding it better and inviting it in. At the same time, you've been a big wish for you. At the same time, you've been pushing it away and not even realizing that. And picking what isn't for you, picking an illusion because it seems more comfortable, because it's something that you know, like something about it is more recognizable to you or familiar, but ultimately not for you, ultimately not your happiness. Yeah, your big wish is to understand love and be in a truly loving relationship with truth. Yeah. Maybe even beyond this soulmate energy, but where it extends out to who you invite in your social life as a whole. Yeah. And having really good instincts on this now. Not just taking the cards that you've been dealt, but deciding what deck to choose, who you're inviting into your space. Yeah, instead of taking the cards that you're dealt, dealing with them, and then worrying about your choices. No. And overgiving, that's been a running theme all week. You've walked away from all of that, become very grounded. You see the burdens here of buying into illusions, the regrets, but I feel like you're not hovering in the regrets. You've just recognized them and moving forward. Yeah, definitely milestone energy in your life, a turning point in your life, justice for yourself, compliments of yourself. The fates, we did talk about fates, how you turned the wheel here all by yourself to get yourself back on course for what is fated for you. Yeah, people that are devoted to you, one person in particular, that you feel like maybe you've missed out on this type of a relationship in your life. But there's good victory here, and it's all because of you taking the time to look at the illusions, or one in particular, walk away from it, readjust. Deep knowing. Yeah, I think you just put up with stuff. You had a deep knowing, this is not for me. I don't, I deserve better, something like that. Being emotionally manipulated. Yeah, all you needed was a spark in another direction, and you provided that for yourself. A deep knowing that you needed to get back on course. That this illusion that we started out with was just that, an illusion. Okay, here we go. Angel card. Life is what you make of it. Be brave and reach for the stars. And you certainly have been brave, and you can see that life is what you make of it. Yeah, I think you're walking, living proof of that, particularly with this message that we're focusing in on. This aspect of your life. That is your message, Scorpio. Please do like, share, subscribe, comment. Helps the channel to grow, helps me reach more people. Please do give me that thumbs up. If you feel inclined, please do utilize the link below for Buy Me a Coffee. That lets me know the time that we've spent here has been productive for both of us. And I love the interaction. So thank you so much. Thank you for your support. And until next time, let's remember who we are, and let's remember our self-worth. Thanks for joining me.